The global electric vehicle, EV, landscape is undergoing a seismic shift, with China's BYD, Build Your Dreams, emerging not just as a competitor, but as a dominant force reshaping the industry. While Western automakers such as Tesla, Ford, and General Motors initially led the EV narrative, BYD has quietly and methodically overtaken them, turning the tables in a space once monopolized by the West. Unlike past decades, where innovation and scale were exclusive to Silicon Valley and Detroit, the new face of automotive disruption now carries a Chinese passport. Founded in 1995 as a battery manufacturer, BYD evolved into an automotive powerhouse by focusing not just on cars, but the entire EV ecosystem. What sets BYD apart isn't just its production capacity, which Bloomberg reports reached over 3 million vehicles in 2023, but its vertically integrated supply chain. From lithium mines to battery packs to final vehicle assembly, BYD controls nearly every step, significantly reducing costs and dependencies. This control has allowed the company to slash prices aggressively, making EVs more accessible in developing and developed markets alike. According to Reuters, BYD overtook Tesla in the final quarter of 2023 as the world's largest EV seller, delivering 526,000 fully electric cars, compared to Tesla's 484,000. This milestone wasn't just symbolic. It reflected a deeper transformation in the balance of global automotive power. Tesla, once hailed as the undisputed king of EVs, now faces existential pressure from a rival that combines state backing, mass production efficiency, and geopolitical support from China's belt and road economies. Western companies have long relied on branding, subsidies, and consumer prestige to drive EV sales. In contrast, BYD has adopted a grassroots strategy, focusing on affordability, functionality, and infrastructure alignment. For instance, the Dolphin and Atto 3 models have seen exponential growth in Southeast Asia, Africa, Latin America, and even Europe. According to Nikkei Asia, BYD's cars are now outselling Volkswagen EVs in Germany, once considered the stronghold of European auto dominance. The Financial Times highlights that one of BYD's secret weapons is its LFP, lithium iron phosphate, battery technology, which is cheaper, safer, and more durable than the nickel-based alternatives used by Tesla and others. BYD not only uses this battery tech in its own vehicles, but supplies it to rivals, including Tesla itself. This ironic dependence shows how deeply BYD has embedded itself into the global EV ecosystem, even within the firms it competes against. What amplifies the threat to the Western automobile industry is the geopolitical buffer that China provides its auto giants. With state subsidies, tax incentives, and dedicated export corridors, China has weaponized industrial policy to ensure BYD's global competitiveness. The US and Europe, by contrast, face fragmented policy responses, rising labor costs, union strikes, and a growing backlash against green subsidies. This strategic dissonance has allowed China, and BYD in particular, to surge ahead while Western firms are caught in political gridlock. Tesla's recent struggles highlight the growing disparity. According to CNBC, Tesla reported shrinking profit margins in 2024 due to price wars started by BYD. Elon Musk's firm has had to repeatedly cut prices just to stay competitive, eroding its premium brand identity and investor confidence. Meanwhile, BYD has been expanding into luxury with its Yangwang and Denza series, signaling it no longer aims just for affordability, but also for prestige and innovation. Moreover, BYD's expansion into global markets is backed by Chinese diplomatic and commercial partnerships. In Brazil, Thailand, and South Africa, BYD has opened or is planning local production plants, often with generous incentives from host governments keen on breaking free from Western automakers' historical monopolies. The Wall Street Journal reports that BYD has already secured major bus contracts in over 70 countries, further solidifying its reputation as a trusted EV exporter. US and European automakers are finding it difficult to match BYD's speed, scale, and price point efficiency. Legacy firms are burdened with bloated management structures, outdated manufacturing platforms, and dependence on external battery suppliers. The Chinese model, epitomized by BYD, operates with ruthless vertical integration and agility. As The Economist observed, this difference in industrial philosophy is turning into a global market realignment, one that the West is struggling to keep pace with. Regulatory friction is also playing into BYD's hands. While American firms navigate complex emissions rules, consumer backlash, and shifting tax credits, BYD is benefiting from predictable policy environments at home and growing EV mandates abroad. In the EU, for instance, regulators are pushing for combustion engine bans by 2035, a deadline that Chinese firms are already preparing to exploit. European automakers like Renault and Peugeot are lagging in EV transition timelines, making them vulnerable to Chinese imports that are faster, cheaper, and increasingly better in quality.